my name is Rachel and I love crafting. Oh my gosh, you guys. I think I've talked about in some of the previous videos how I really wanted a laser like cutter engraver and I finally bought one. Now the one I really want, it's a CO2 laser and it's a lot more expensive. This is a combination laser. It's a diode and I forgot what the other type of laser it is, but this one is this one is also very small. The other one I want is very large for large projects, but I thought I would get the small one just to make sure this is something I want to play with, you know, before I invest in the really big one. So I bought this is from XTOOL. Definitely not sponsored. That would have been amazing, right? Because this wasn't cheap. Like, this is the cheaper one, but this wasn't cheap. I bought this all-inclusive bundle that includes the machine, an air purifier, because if you don't have an air purifier, you need to vent it out a window, and I don't really have good windows for that in here. And it also comes with a rotary attachment for doing things like cups and I think even rings and stuff like that, because you can engrave jewelry. And then it's a little conveyor that gives you a larger creating space, because like I said, this is a smaller machine. But one of the big things I wanted to do with it was engrave my aluminum anodized scales, because I wanted to do like a pattern all over the scale and then make a bunch of those scales and then create you know, like a bra top or a skirt out of all those patterned scales. I just thought that'd be really cool, a lot of fun. And this machine should be good for that, although it would probably take a while because you could only do like I guess with this conveyor belt thing you can set up batches, so you can do more than one at a time. But the big one I wanted has a camera in it, so you can more easily position that stuff. But anyway, I'm rambling and we need to get into this. Now, like I said, I did buy this bundle, and I bought this bundle on Amazon. And as usual, there'll be Amazon associate links down in the description box below. I don't even know if I like it yet, but I'm already directing you to go buy one down there below. You know, associate links mean I might get a kickback if you did purchase through my link. But anyway, so it came in this big box back here. I don't know if you can see that, but all of it came in one big box back here. I bought it off of Amazon because I was comparing prices between the site and Amazon, the actual official XTOOL site and Amazon. And the bigger one that I wanted was like $100 cheaper if you bought it directly from the site, but the smaller one was $100 cheaper for the bundle off of Amazon. I have no idea why. So, and then I also bought just separately, this is just a pack of acrylic, because supposedly this can also cut acrylic. And I wanted to play around with that. So this is just a bunch of colors of acrylic. But let's actually get into this. Let's start unpacking this. I'm going to start, I guess, move some stuff out of the way here. We're going to do the air purifier first. So let's get this unboxed first. And they have a design space that's similar to like a Cricut design space. So I don't think it'll be that hard to learn. From what I've read, it's like one of the easiest laser design spaces on the market. There's a very popular one that works with like all laser cutter engravers called Lightburn, but that's like a subscription. I think it's like $60 a year or something. And supposedly you can also hook these tools up with that particular software if that's something you prefer. But I think I'm really going to like the one that comes with XTOOL because it is very similar to the creative space for Cricut, which is very intuitive and easy to use. All right, so let's just keep going. I'm just chatting away without showing you anything. So right on top, we have a little booklet about it. And this, like I said, is the air purifier. So definitely need that booklet. This is our power cord. And we've got foam, lots of foam. Imagine there's quite a lot of foam. This, I'm going to guess, is the tube that hooks it to the machine. Yes. And it's very similar to bracket there. It's very similar to the one from my floor AC unit back here. Just one of those accordion tube things. The hook up there, and another power cable. Well, I guess. Oh, it's like a computer. So it has like the two-part power cable sort of deal. And comes with the cord that you hook it into your laptop. You do need to hook it up. Oh, no, this would be the cord. I forgot. I'm not on the machine yet. I'm just on the air purifier. So this is the cord that hooks the air purifier to the cutting machine so that they can communicate with each other. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Alrighty. So here are some extra pre-filters. There's a couple different types of filters in these. The pre-filter and then a more serious like HEPA filter, I believe. The HEPA filter you only have to change out every few months, but these you need to change out like a lot more often, so they do provide a couple extras of those. This is very similar to another air purifier I have. It's just, you know, for a room, but it has a multi-part filter system like that. And here is our air purifier. And it has, I'm guessing, is the intake fan, and then your on-off buttons. You have a minimum and maximum, so you can change the power, where your hose hooks up, and I'm guessing somewhere in here, yep. And in here is where your filters go. Here is that, like, more serious filter, and that's pretty dang serious. Is this like to stay in here, or is this come out of this cardboard? I don't know. I'll have to read the instructions. But yeah, so you have like this filter here. And then I guess the little pre-filters just go on top. But yeah, that does come out all as one unit. So. But I'll have to read the instructions to know for sure where everything goes. And that is our air purifier. So let me get that lid back on. Oh, right, gotta press that in. There we go. And I'm just gonna put this back over here so we have room to get into the actual tool itself, the actual machine itself. So here is the actual machine itself. All right. Oh, and it's a box inside a box. So here's the box inside the box. Let me get this out. Upside down. Pile of boxes going. All right. So here it is. This is the XTOOL F1, and it's a 2-watt infrared laser and a 10-watt blue light laser. So those are the two lasers that are on this. According to the stuff I was reading, it is strong enough to cut a thin acrylic, and I'm hoping the acrylic that I purchased is thin enough. But we will find out, won't we? Oh, here's like all the different things you can do with it. And this is also portable, which I thought was really cool, because they like talk about how you could, they make a case for it too, and you could take it to like craft shows and stuff and do, you know, personalization right there at your table. I don't think that's something I would do with it. That's not my intentions. I want to use it as a tool for, like I said, my other hobbies, to enhance my other hobbies. All right. It looks like you can even use it on food. This is like macaroons. It's so cool. But you can use it on slate. You can use it on metals. Oh, I'm so excited. And here is the very thick booklet that I'm definitely going to have to read. That's going to be important, so I don't lose things. Putting everything in this bag over here so I don't lose track of stuff. And this looks like a cleaning cloth, possibly for the lens, for the lasers. And then more foam, so much foam. All right. Put this to the side for a second. There's a bunch of boxes in there with all the accessories. Oh, this is so pretty. I really like this shade of green. My old car was this shade of green. The one right before my current car. So there is an emergency stop button. I'm guessing this is the go button, like the turn on and go button. Looks like they have some information here where you would hook it up to your smoke purifier. And it's taped down right now on both sides. I'm gonna move that tape. Let's see if I can clear it. And it has a protective lid. This is important because, you know, lasers can be dangerous, and I really need to invest in a pair of laser safety goggles, which I haven't done yet. But this makes sure your lid is closed when you're doing your projects, and that'll be your protection from the laser. Also, it'll help keep all the all the smoke and stuff trapped in there, so that the only place that it'll have to escape is through this back vent, which I'll have with the hose into the air purifier. So there's a bunch of tape things on here I'll need to remove. There's foam in here, which I'm guessing will need to be removed. Oh yeah, there's parts in here as well. So there's possibly a little bit of assembly I'm going to have to do. But let's just keep unpacking right now, and then we will worry about setting it up. Okay, this looks like a power cord. This looks like the other part of your power cord. They also provide you with a hose, so I guess if you, because you can choose to not get the air purifier, but you would still need a hose to vent it out a window, because it still needs to be vented somehow. But they do provide you with another one of those hoses. And the final box, inside this box, is, they provide you with some samples, sample materials to work with. Looks like there's a small piece of acrylic in here, a piece of wood, a couple other things. And I think that appears to be it for this box. Oh, what's this? Oh, and this is the tray, I think, that you put your materials on to cut them. I'm once again making a collection of boxes. But yeah, I'm really excited about having some materials to try. I didn't know what type of materials to purchase, but this will give me an idea of what type of things I want to play with. I just want to go through this real quick, and then we'll move on to these last two pieces. And then I'm probably going to do this in chapters. Chapter 2 will be setting this up. But in the same video. But this is the unboxing portion. So this looks like patches, like hat patches that you can engrave on. Little pieces of wood that you can engrave on. I have no idea what these things are, but it's something you can engrave on, I'm sure. These might be tiny pieces of black acrylic, because I've seen the acrylic with the paper on it, because I know there's some colors of acrylic that certain lasers can't cut. I'm not sure how all that works, but I'm definitely going to have to investigate all that. But obviously they're going to send you ones that will work. And these are like little dog tags, so cute. There's like a fish for a cat, I guess, and then a bone for a dog, and then a circle for either. Oh, these are aluminum business cards. So they're just blank aluminum anodized cards, and they give you 4 different colors there. We've got blue, pink, black, and gold. These are rather thin. I assume they're aluminum, but they're very, very thin. Very malleable. And they give you 1 slate coaster. So you actually do get a slate coaster to try. That's fun. So 1 little square slate coaster. I did see these slate coasters on Amazon. You can get like 36 of them for like $32, which I feel like is a pretty decent price. That's less than $1 per coaster. And then this is possibly just paper. This might just be like black. I'm guessing this is just paper. This feels like cardboard, but very thin. Again, very thin paper. I know it can cut things, so it's possible this could also replace my Cricut, depending on, how it cuts, what type of cuts. So I might be able to pass my Cricut along to a friend here at some point if this actually does do all of that. Not that I use my Cricut very often anymore. And then this is just 2 pieces of like balsa wood or some sort of composite wood. So that's really nice that they give you a little material pack. I'm not sure if they mentioned it on the Amazon listing. I feel like they mentioned it on the listing direct on the website page, that it comes with some practice materials, but I feel like they didn't mention it on the Amazon page, or I might have just missed it. All right, moving along. Let's just unpack these last 2 accessory things, and then we'll move on to chapter 2, which will be setting it up. Because I'll have to get my computer over here and stuff. So anyway, moving on. This is the RA2 from XTOOL. Another booklet and tips to get the right connection for your machine. So this also has to connect to the machine when you're using it. And here are all the rotary accessory parts. So there's all sorts of accessories for this thing. There's all sorts of, there's cables, looks like it needs a little bit of assembly. But this again is for like cups and mugs and round things. Yeah, and there's just a ton of different accessories in here. I'll have to figure out how all that works at some point. I didn't really necessarily have intentions of doing cups, but I'm pretty sure this has like an attachment, like when you set it up, that you can attach like jewelry, like rings to. And I did have an idea of wanting to do some engraving on rings at some point. So, but we'll see. And then the last tool, get this out of our way. And I don't think I've mentioned the price yet. This entire set was just over $2,000. Like I said, not cheap, not cheap. And the bigger one I want is closer to $6,000 for, again, the all-inclusive set, because I'm going to need the air purifier and other accessories. So that's why I wanted to start small, see if I actually like it, see if it'll be worth the investment before I move on to that bigger one. But yeah, this is just the conveyor belt to give you a bigger workspace so that you're not confined to just the little, like, I think it's like 4x4 or something like that. But yeah, so that's what this is, and there's a bunch of pieces for that. And instruction manual. So I'm going to take a break and read some instruction manuals and get everything ready for us to set this up together. I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, so I've gone and read the book and watched a couple YouTube videos. Now, I thought the book was really thick, but it's not. The user manual part of it's actually only 9 pages long. It's so thick because they have those same 9 pages in all of these different languages. So it's not as terrible of a read as you might have thought, or I might have thought. All right. And then I also found in the box with the tube, the exhaust tube, lubricant, which, if I understand correctly, is for the door, in case the door starts giving you issues, I guess. And then this is a key, and the key is something that has to be installed in the back of your machine. This is an extra key, just in case you lose the key that's in here already. So it has to be installed in the back of your machine right here. And it's just like a little USB type thing. But it won't work unless this is installed. That's for people who, maybe have small children that they don't want them to start messing with it, because this is a dangerous piece of equipment if not used properly. So that's why that's there. If that's removed, this won't work at all, so you can brick it. But I don't have those issues. There's no reason why I can't just leave that key in there all the time. But here's our on-off button. Right here is the USB-C where we'll use to connect our air purifier. And I guess this is to add extra pieces of equipment like the rotator thingy or the like conveyor that makes it a larger work area. So that's all those pieces. I've already removed the pieces of tape that were keeping the door down. Now I'm going to remove these pieces of tape. And I guess these keep, because this thing needs to raise and lower for the focusing of the laser. So this was just keeping that plate in place. Let's get rid of all that. And I'm kind of keeping all of the, well, I can throw this away, but I am keeping all of the packing materials until I'm sure this is something I really love and it's not going to get returned. So there's on the side here, this gives you a key of what all of the light, because there's a light that lights up over here around this start button. And it'll glow different colors depending on what's happening there. But before we start, we need to rotate our reset button, our emergency stop button, until it pops out, because you need it popped out so that if you have an emergency, you can push it in and it relocks itself in. And then you have to remember to pop it back out again. But that's, again, emergency stop. And then the next thing it wants us to do is make sure the key is in place, which we've already done. And then there's a protector cover over the lace, which we haven't even gotten into the stuff that's in here yet. So let me get all of this out first. I should have done this with the unboxing portion of this video, but slacking. Okay, here's more foam bits. But under here is, see it from there, but there's just this plastic cap protecting the laser lenses. And again, they did give us that cloth to clean the laser head with if necessary. And you also use, I believe, rubbing alcohol for that. And then you have your little base plate for engraving, and that other plate I showed you earlier is for cutting. So you need the slats for cutting. That helps prevent burning when you're cutting, apparently. But this is just for engraving. There's also a little guide here because, like, again, this one doesn't have a camera. So you have to use sort of a grid guide, and you can screw this down into here or along the edges out here so that you can get a straighter piece and that sort of thing. But this does go down in here. And I guess I can just put this here for now, just to get it out of the way and also not lose it. All right, so we've got all that together. And next step, let me go over the filtery thing with you. So it's got these two things on the side you press in to lift off this lid. This is the entire filter. And then this is one of those pre-filters that they do give you 2 extras of. So you get the pre-filter, and it just installs on top of the filter here, the side that has the little pull-up things. But this whole thing goes in here, and we put this back on. Make sure that pre-filter is in there, and you just press them back in, and it just slips right back down and locks in place. And then on the back, this is where the filtered air comes out of, and this is where you hook it up to your machine here. Now, the machine came with a vent tube, and then the filter also comes with a vent tube that I guess is a little bit longer, but since I'm having them right next to each other like this, I'm just going to use the shorter one. And the reason is they didn't put the top coupling on this one, and it's one of those things where you got to pull it out and then you kind of screw the coupling in. I don't know if I can, but I hate these. I struggled, like my floor air conditioner has one of these, and I struggled so hard trying to get this thing to go. Oh no, that one worked easy. Never mind, this one actually went on really easy. I was like getting really like afraid that it was going to be like really difficult and impossible, but it actually just screws right on. Wow. Okay. This one wasn't too bad at all. I'm screwing it on too far, but no, this was not bad at all. I'm impressed. I was going to say I'm going to use this one because they already put both couplings on it, but now I can use the longer one. Not that I necessarily need the longer one, but now I can use it because it wasn't hard to put on at all. I really expected it to be really difficult. I screwed it on a little bit too far though. So let me try and get it back where it's supposed to be. Okay. I think that is correct. It matches the other side that they did themselves. There we go. But yeah. But the good news is the machine comes with one that already has both couplings. It's just a little shorter. So if you are fighting with it, you have another option. All right. And then these, show you here. I believe it just slips over. Yep, just slips right over. Fits perfectly. There we go. And I'm guessing the same on this other end. Go around a little, but hopefully you can see that. But yeah, it just pushes right over. That's so easy. I tell you, I hated, like I was saying, I hated the one for my AC back here. I fought with that so hard. I couldn't get it twisted on. I couldn't get it to go onto the parts. But anyway, here we go. We're doing good. Next, we are going to, I've got my computer over here. Get into my computer real quick because we're going to need to get into their design space, which I've already downloaded, but I still need to hook the machine up to the computer so that it'll recognize it. That might take a minute, so we'll just move on to this. Now this one is specifically labeled for XTOOL, so you know which one definitely goes with your XTOOL because as you can see this one's a little bit smaller, so the XTOOL obviously has more power needs. I'm gonna hurt myself with that knife, aren't I? Let me put this back here for the time being. Oh no, I can put it in the bag so I don't lose it. You know I'm going to lose things. Oh my goodness. I'm so bad at keeping track. Anyway, let's get the power installed for the XTOOL. And the power bit is right next to the on-off button. Just plugs in right there. Just shoves right in. And I'll do the same over here. It's the same type of power connector, and there's you know, an obvious place where it goes. If you can see here, if you can see this, it just goes in right there. It's right next to the little bottom vent. And make sure everything is off. I have it on the maximum for when we do turn it on. And I have a industrial power strip over here so that we can get these plugged in. I've had this computer for like 7 years, and every day it's like, let's set up your computer. I'm like, set up the way I want it already. I don't want to set up my computer. And then we're plugging both bits in. Oh, let me make sure I'm off over here as well. Yes. Okay, both pieces are turned off. I don't want them on yet. And then plug that in there. I don't want to lose any of these bits. I need that bit to hook to a computer, but I don't want to lose these extra accessories, so I'm putting these also in my bag of accessories so I don't lose them. And then our next step is we hook it up to the computer. And this goes on, this time it's on this side where that chart is. Down here, the bottom one looks like a computer screen. So that is where we would put this. So the USB-C goes into this end. And then this is just a regular USB, which fortunately I just happen to have a USB on this side, on the correct side on my laptop. And it's precariously balanced, hopefully I don't knock this off this thing. And that's still loading. Let me put this in here. Okay, so I have connected it. And this is the part where I get a little confused by. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do next. So give me just a second to try and get that figured out. It doesn't exactly say. Okay, so I'm not sure. It doesn't say. Once you get it hooked up, you don't have to have it hooked up. But I don't see a page that tells you about hooking it up to your computer. Here we go. Here we go. Use software to operate XTOOL. Okay, I've already downloaded the software. So what I do next is connect device. So I'm gonna turn on my XTOOL, make sure everything in here is, let's see here, I got that thing off. Everything look good in here. Yep. And the lens appears to be like a rather large thing under here, which I definitely don't want to touch and mess up. But I think the lenses might need to get replaced every so often. I know with the CO laser that I want, that has mirrors and lenses that all need to be replaced after a certain amount of time. I think this probably also might need to be replaced after a certain amount of time, the lens, but I'm not sure. But you can clean it, as I said, with like the cleaning cloth and maybe some rubbing alcohol. All right, let me just put that down. And I'm gonna turn this on. So, wish me luck. Is anything happening on the front? Okay, it looks like it's glowing, like I can't see. Okay, it says XTOOL is now glowing green. And then I'm supposed to go over here and figure out how I connect my device. Okay, so the two-factor authentication cut off my recording. I've started recording again. I did find the spot where you connect your device. You have to go to new project. So when you're on the main page of their create space, up in the right hand corner is a very large green button that says new project. If you click on that, then you'll get the window that looks like the super tiny photo they have here in their booklet. And they're off in the, again, right hand corner is a computer screen, and it says connect your device before starting the process. So click that, and it's finding it right now. It just found it. I'm clicking on the XTOOL F1, and it says connection failed. And for some reason I can't get it to connect to my computer. It just keeps saying connection failed. So I'm gonna play around with this for a minute. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, that was a bit of a challenge. First I had to make sure the firewall was accepting it, but that wasn't enough. I then had to do a restart on the computer, and then it finally connected. and then it had to do a firmware update, which took a little bit of time. And then it disconnected again, and I couldn't get it to reconnect. So I didn't have to reboot the computer that time. I just had to close out the program and reopen the program. We're now connected. I've actually set up my first job, and I'm using an image that I have saved on my computer, but they have a library of images that you can use as well. Sorry if it's a little bit louder now. I had to turn the AC on. It was just getting too hot in here. But there's before you start your project, what you have to do is frame. And I don't know if you can see from there, but there is a blue light now surrounding a card. I decided my first project, I'm just going to do a simple engraving on one of those business cards. I couldn't find gold business card. They just had black business card. So I'm hoping black business card just works for all of the cards. I don't know. We're going to find out though, aren't we? So I feel like I have it properly framed at this moment. So we're going to put this in here, and there were dots for focusing, but those dots are gone. They might come back once I stop framing. So let me stop framing. Let me turn the framing off. Okay, so there are, I don't know if you guys can see it from here. There's a red dot and a blue dot. And to focus it, you turn this little knob. One side takes it up, one side takes it down. And the blue dot doesn't move, but you want to use this until, or do this until that red dot overlaps that blue dot. And I'm looking at it from an angle, so I'm going to walk around the front just to make sure I've got that in the right place. Maybe just a fraction over. Let me see if that worked. Okay, I think we have that properly in focus now. I've got the dots overlapping. I'm going to put our screen down, and I'm going to go process. Now I'm not sure how I make it connect wirelessly, because like all the videos I watch, they're like you just plug it in the first time, then you don't have to use it, but they don't explain how you set it up where you don't have to use the cord. So I'm still using the USB cord. I don't know if that's something that I can just disconnect and it'll start automatically wirelessly connecting, but I don't want to mess around with that right now. But yeah, that's another thing I'm not sure about. But I'm going to hit go to process, and then it's going to give me a preview. I think I need a new computer. Like I mentioned earlier, this computer is very old. The battery doesn't work anymore, so I can only use it when it's plugged in. It's Windows 10, which I believe they're going to stop support for within the next year. And it's just an incredibly slow, not great computer. So I think I could really benefit from a new computer. I might be looking into that shortly as well. But let's take a look and see what's going on here. I have no idea. But it has an estimated time of about 2 minutes. And I guess, I'm not sure if I just hit start over here or I've got to hit the start button. But I'm going to hit the start one here. It gave me a bunch of information I don't necessarily understand. I don't know if I have this set up properly. Let me hit this button and see if it does anything. Okay, it looks like my computer locked up. Give me just a minute while I try and figure this next hiccup I have out. I really think I just have a bad computer for this. Okay, I'm back. I had somehow unselected the project. That's why it wasn't letting me move forward. But I went back, made sure the proper thing was selected, went forward again, and now it says it's ready, and I can just press this button that's blinking when I'm ready. And it's going to take about 2 minutes, and I have to sit here and not leave it alone. Okay, it's warming up. Oh, it's already going. Oh, I never turned this on. That's not good. I never hooked these two up together. Oops. Just me killing myself with fumes. Fortunately, this is a small, quick project. On the back of the air purifier, there is a little USB-C that says F1. And over here, there's a little place that looks like a little vent. They picture on it, but you put it into there. Oh, this thing is so quiet. Oh, wow. The engraver is louder than this. But it is currently purifying air, so I got it. I got it done. I've only breathed in a couple minutes of toxic fumes. That's fine. It'll be fine. But I need to remember to have my air purifier on in the future when I do this. Okay, so I think I did a good job on the framing, because one of the test videos I watched to try and figure out how to do this, she accidentally engraved her plate on her first try because she didn't do the framing. So I think I did good on the framing. So I don't think I damaged my plate any, which is good. But let me come around front here. Now that it's done, we can pull up our door. Ooh, pull this out. And look, guys, let's see. Well, if you can see it, it did work. It did engrave on this card. I feel like I need to work with the settings a little to maybe get a better, because I don't know if you guys can see that. I think you can. Like I said, there wasn't one specifically for the gold card. They only had like the black card. So I don't know if there are settings I could use that would work better on the gold card, or if this is just the results you get on a gold card. But I'm actually going to put the back side of this card in there and try this again, but like manually tweak the settings, not just use their settings. So I'll be back in a minute and we'll see how that worked. Okay guys, so it's the next day and this thing has really been just a exercise in frustration. So first, like my laptop is just too old. I need a new laptop to work with this, and I am going to go shop for a new laptop, but this laptop just won't work with the program. It takes like 10 minutes to process anything, locks up half the time, freezes, I can't work with this. But then I realized that they have a app for the phone. So I was like, okay, I'll download the phone app, which I can't show you because I'm recording on my phone. And I was able to get that to work, but that was also frustrating because apparently you can't put it on a 5, is it gigahertz? Is that the like 5 and 2 on your home network? But anyway, it won't work on the 5. You've got to have it on the 2. And of course, we have it set up for the 5. But Bryant was so nice and sweet and wonderful, and he created an account for the 2 gigahertz line, which, so that I could log into that. And once I logged into that, I was able to finally find this on the network. And then I had some frustrations getting the Wi-Fi to configure correctly. And I'm not sure how I eventually got it properly configured, but it works now. The point is, it does work with my phone now on the app, so I can still play with it with the phone app until I get a new laptop. I cannot get the IR laser to work. Like, there's supposed to be 2 lasers in here, the blue light laser and the IR laser. And the blue light laser I've been able to do several things with, which I'll come up and show you here in a second, close up. But the IR laser, I couldn't even see it until I put it to 100% power. And even at 100% power, I haven't been able to get it to mark the cardboard. I got like one tiny little mark out of it on the cardboard, and then it wouldn't mark the cardboard again after that, even though I can still faintly see it. So I'm not sure if there's something wrong with the IR laser, if I don't understand how that works, or if it, but you would think it would at least be burning some cardboard, right? Anyway, let me come up and show you what I was able to do with the blue laser. Blue laser, of course, I believe being the diode laser, but so I was able to, you guys saw this one yesterday. I hope you can see it. And then I also did this one on the back yesterday. And then I did this one, which did not come out well. I think I had settings turned up too high because I was initially trying to get the IR laser to work, but then I think I switched over to blue laser and kept those settings too high. But this is really cool on the cardboard. I got it to engrave this one, and this one I think came out great. But that's just on cardboard. I haven't tried the other materials. I'm pretty sure I could get something similar on the cards with the blue laser because it worked on both of these. But yeah, so let me get back over here. So yeah, I'm still messing with it. I have until August 25th to return it since it's through Amazon. I'm still going to play around with it. I am going to invest in a new laptop, which I technically need anyway. Like this one, the battery doesn't even hold a charge anymore, so I have to have it plugged in. So So I've been needing a new laptop for a while anyway. Plus, this is, like I said yesterday, the Windows 10, which soon they won't even be supporting. So I'm going to go shop for a new laptop and then see if I can make things work better with that. The phone app is convenient but limited, I think. So I'm hoping I can get more, you know, figured out and done with a new computer. But I'm not going to end this video here. This is going to be a super long video with lots of chapters, but I just want to share how frustrating a lot of this has been, because like every video I've watched on this has been, oh, this is so easy. You just plug it in and start creating immediately and everything works perfect. And that's not been my experience at all. I've joined 3 Facebook groups and I've asked them all 3. I put the same question in, hoping at least one of them will have this similar experience and know what I'm talking about, asking about that IR laser. Like, why can't I even get it other than that one time where I got that one tiny little black line and nothing else? Why I can't get it to even engrave on cardboard? Because if it can't engrave cardboard, it's not going to engrave anything, right? Unless I don't understand how it works. Maybe it only worked. No, because I looked it up and it said that the IR laser will engrave cardboard. So it's not like it only works on certain types of material. It will work on cardboard. It just, for whatever reason, mine isn't. Anyway, I'm going to be back soon, hopefully once I have a new laptop, and we're going to play with this some more, see if I can figure all this out, see if I can get that IR laser working with like some help. I'll also try their customer service. I've heard their customer service can be a little, take a little long to get back to you because they are in a different time zone. But I will, I think, reach out to them as well and see if I can get any answers from them. And we're just going to keep trying. And again, if this doesn't work out, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to show you this video, because I feel like there needs to be a video out there of this showing that it's not just as simple as, ooh, do, done. I mean, for some people it probably is. But for me, it has not been. And hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you in a minute or soon or whatever. I don't know how long it'll be. Positioning. But I did get it to work. Hope you can see this on one of the metal dog tags they sent me. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see the writing on there. But yeah, so I actually was able to get it to work on metal. And then I also played around with cutting acrylic. And there are some colors that the blue laser won't cut through, because the blue laser is the one that cuts the acrylic, but it won't cut blue because it absorbs the light, I guess. It won't pass through. But I had this is the black bit that they sent me, and then I also had bought that pack of acrylic, so I had red, and I was able to cut out 2 cute little shapes. So I've got a cute little kitty and a cute little bat here, and these were free shapes in their program, their app. So I was able to cut those out, which are really cute. And, you know, what I keep talking about, what I wanted this thing for, I was able to make it engrave one of my scales. Again, I still need to work on placement. I'm not doing great on placement. But this one, like the big one that I wanted, had the camera, which makes placement super easy, because you can just take a picture and then place things perfectly and see where it's going to go. But this, you just get that framing square. So you just have to figure out from that framing square. So when you're doing things that aren't square, it makes positioning just a little more challenging. But I think with some practice, I'll be able to get that right. But I do think this came out so cute. I put a little bat on there. But yeah, so there's I'm definitely a learning curve. I'm definitely figuring things out. So it is working great. A lot of it's been me. but I feel like other people might run into these things as well. Because like when I Googled, because before I asked for the help from the groups, I Googled, does the IR laser engrave on cardboard? And Google's told me yes. So Google lied, but it will engrave on metal. However, like when I tried it on the aluminum card, what they were telling me in the groups is aluminum apparently is somehow like really hard to engrave, and with the IR, and it's like, I guess the coating is interfering because these are anodized cards, even though that's the settings that XTOOL set up, because you can choose materials, and you know, I chose this exact material because they provided it to me. and it still didn't work. So I just need to figure out, and I have read that they have the settings wrong on a lot of their materials and you need to tweak it yourself. So I still need to work on that a little bit, but I'm guessing because this is the lighter colored card, that's why it was suggesting the IR laser, because lighter color I guess is closer to like just the regular metals. Oops, as I throw that on the ground. But yeah, so we're doing good. Things are coming along. I'm not going to have to return it. Everything is working perfectly, properly. It's just I've had issues with my not having the right internet initially, but the app has actually been working great now. I somehow accidentally made it work right, and now it actually connects. But something to keep in mind when you're doing a project, you can't go off the app because it'll disconnect from the machine. And I don't know if that'll mess up a project. I feel like I've done that a couple times and it hasn't messed up the project, but it does kick you off of the machine if you put the app in the background and try to look at something else on your phone. So when I'm doing a project if I'm using the phone app, I've just got to sit there and wait, and I can't look at emails or anything until it's done. So that's where we're at right now. I'm not completely done yet. I still want to get the new laptop, and then we'll see how the program works on a laptop that it's compatible with. And then that'll probably be our final bit. But I'm so happy about the acrylic, the way it cuts the acrylic. The edges feel pretty decent. They're maybe a touch rough, but they're not bad, not at all. And yeah, I just need to figure out how to do things like add an extra little hole to put like an earring wire in, because these would be super cute earrings. So there's still some experimenting to do, some things to figure out. But so far, yeah, I think this is going to be good. I'm enjoying it so far. I just need to keep working on it. And like I said, people in all 3 groups were very helpful. So if you do get one of these, join Facebook groups. All right, I'll see you guys shortly. Hey guys, so I went and got a brand new laptop at Best Buy. I'm absolutely in love with it. I didn't realize how bad my old laptop was until getting to play on this new one. It's amazing. It makes the XTOOL program so much easier to use. That other one just kept locking up on it. But I'm super happy with my new laptop. I need a new laptop for other reasons as well, but I did mainly get it to run this thing because I probably could have put it off for a little while longer. Because I don't really use my laptop for a lot of stuff. But anyway, enough about all that. Happy got the new laptop. Makes using the program so much easier. And let me just show you some of the experiments I have done since I was able, because I just got the laptop last night. I just hooked it up to the machine this morning. I haven't tried to hook it up wirelessly yet, but I do have it currently USB hooked up. I haven't thought to try the wireless yet, but I do have that hooked up to the right network, so hopefully I can make that work. But we'll see. I'll see eventually. I just forgot about that. But anyway, so I did some experimenting. Unfortunately, it doesn't cut lighter color acrylics. And I'm pretty sure I read that this one doesn't. But I wanted to experiment a little anyway. Now, the lilac was definitely too pale because it just barely put a groove in there. I don't know if you can even see, but it's more like it's engraved. The pink, I think if I had thought to do a second pass without moving it, it would have cut through, because it's a really deep groove and you can almost see it from the back as well. So I think I might have been able to get it to cut through, all the way through, if I had done a second pass before moving it. But I moved it and then it was too late because there's no way to get it perfectly lined back up. Another thing I'm kind of having some small issues with is the framing. The framing is how you determined where your thing is going to be on this, and I don't know, I'm not sure if you could even see it. Try this. You may or may not be able to see. See, I don't know if you can see like 2 dots there, but if I hit the framing button, it puts a colored box, like a blue light box, around where it's going to cut, the thing it's going to cut. And sometimes it's accurate and sometimes it's not. For example, my very first attempt for an engraving cut was this one. And I had it framed in the box they gave me, but it still did the project over a little bit too far near one of the other things I had cut out. So it didn't quite come out great, but you can see where it was heading. It was heading great. It's just the framing didn't work out for me. But other times the framing's been spot on. So I don't know what's going on with that, if I'm doing something wrong, which is always possible because all my other issues were pretty much me, user error. But what else did I do? Let's see here. I did do these two acrylic coffins. You can barely see it, but I did engrave on them with clip art from my own clip art bank. So, but they didn't really come out very, like, you've got to hold it at a certain angle to even see them. So I'm not sure if there are settings I can change to make those show up better, or if it's just the type of, you know, file art that they are, that it's just not going to work on the acrylic, because it worked beautifully on the wood. Oh my goodness, look how it came out on the wood. That is just so awesome. So I was really happy with that, but it, yeah, cut right through the wood, did a perfect little engraving, you know, much like it did on the cardboard. And the cardboard is really cool because then I could decorate boxes. So I have you know, brown craft boxes. I could put gifts in and decorate them with this. That would be fun. And then let's see, what else did I do? Can cut through green. Did I already show you the green one? Yeah, I did a green one that's just plain with nothing on it, which I was going to glue the little bat I cut out yesterday too. I thought that would be cute. And then I did this green one. This was from clip art from their program, so free clip art from their program. I was able to design this one with, which I think came out really cool. I think you need like more of surface area to be engraved for it to show up on the acrylics, or because like the way that these come out, I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, to get the white more in there like that. So, because otherwise I just get this really weird engraving that you can only see from certain angles. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but I got to figure out that, tweak that. It's going to take a lot of experimenting. And of course, yesterday I showed you I did do a scale, and I'm really excited about that because scales are one of the things that I really want to engrave. So I'm very excited for this. I know we were off to a rough start. I was contemplating if I was going to have to return it. But it was all user error. It was all me not understanding. Google lied to me and told me that the blue light would cut the metal. I mean that the IR light would cut the aluminum. Sorry, I got that backwards. That the IR light would cut the aluminum, but I couldn't get the IR light to cut the aluminum. Just the blue light to do these. But join those groups on Facebook. They were very helpful. They let me know that it's because what you're doing is you're just removing the anodizing from the surface. So that's how the blue light is able to do these, and the IR just doesn't like that sort of thing. But it does work, although I did a bad job placing, but it does work on just actual like metal. So I think these are steel. So anyway, I'm very excited to play with this. I do think this is awesome. I'm not returning it. My return window with Amazon is until August 24th, but I'm having so much fun. I've been having a lot of fun all morning. I've just been whipping up different little things like this. I mean, it is time consuming. It is time consuming. Like, to do the acrylic cutouts can be anywhere from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. The wood was quick. The wood was under 2 minutes. The wood went fast. But the other things do take time. And when I did this, I had to actually pass over it multiple times to get it to show up fairly well. And I'm sure there's probably settings I can change to get that better. But I have a lot of experimenting to do, but I'm very happy with it now. I am very happy that the doom and gloom from earlier on in the video is gone. I'm very excited about this. So far, I love it. Now that I've got through all those challenges of the internet network not being right, and then my computer not being good enough, and me not understanding the different lasers and what type of materials they cut. So yeah, it's just going to take a little bit more experimenting, of course, but I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll probably do some future videos of different projects with it. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see me attempt to do with this. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, of course, you give me a thumbs down, and please tell me all about it in the comments below. And please subscribe to the channel. And I hope everyone is just staying happy, healthy, and safe in this incredibly crazy world we're living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.